President Donald Trump has had one of the most successful first years in office of any president in the history of America. I know this because White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said as much Tuesday. I don't think anyone can argue it's probably one of the most successful first years in office. Since nobody can argue it, I'm not going to try. Besides, spending 5 minutes Googling the concrete factual evidence that would disprove that claim is a waste of 5 minutes that could be spent honoring the unrivaled greatness of our president. Speaking of Trump's greatness, did you know he has made it so nobody dies in commercial airline crashes anymore? On Tuesday, the president tweeted, "Since taking office I have been very strict on commercial aviation. Good news, it was just reported that there were 0 deaths in 2017, the best and safest year on record." That's fantastic. What's even more amazing is the report Trump is citing was for global air travel, meaning the many actions he did not take to increase commercial aviation safety in America also helped travelers in every other country in the world. And here in America, we went from 0 commercial airline deaths in 2014, 2015, and 2016 to an even more impressive 0 commercial airline deaths in 2017. That's what I call strong leadership. Speaking of which, did you know our supremely confident president has increased the size of America's famously non-existent nuclear button, making it bigger than North Korea's nuclear button? Well, he has. Late Tuesday, Trump sent the following trouser-soiling tweet: North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works. Woo-hoo-oh. At long last, we have an extremely secure and manly president unafraid to boast about the great size and power of our national desk-mounted nuke button, which I'm sure is really a thing despite no credible evidence to suggest it exists. Of course the president hasn't tweeted about all his accomplishments. He's far too humble and fantastic, and also too busy accomplishing more than any president in history. But you can easily identify the many things you should be thanking President Trump for by applying this simple 2-part rule. 1. If it happened any time after Inauguration Day 2017 and it was good, President Trump is responsible for it. 2. On the off chance it's something not good, President Trump is responsible for it only if it can be framed in a way that makes it seem good. For example, the Chicago area had its coldest New Year's Day high temperature on record, and by Saturday the city will likely tie a decades-old record for consecutive days below 20 degrees. Donald Trump is clearly responsible for these wonderfully cold temperatures and for helping Chicago break records. You never saw cold weather records broken under President Barack Obama, and if crooked Hillary Clinton had been elected, it would likely be 80 degrees and sunny in Chicago right now. Trump's conviction that global warming is a hoax has forced temperatures to drop, giving Chicagoans the enviable status of record breakers.